Libra, what is up, Libra? I hope you are having a fantastic day, fantastic week, a fantastic life. We're nearing the end of 2020, so that's something to celebrate, of course. Wow, this light, I need to change the temperature of this because it is making my hands look funky. How about that? Orange? Orange looks a little bit better. Okay, anyway. All right, Libra, well, geez, welcome to your December 10th, 11th, 12th reading, and this will go until over the eclipse on the 14th. And basically this is a timeless reading. It's mostly for Libra rising, but you can use your sun or moon as well if you wish. Also Venus sign if you want to look up your love life or whatever. All right, generally I don't do love readings, but I inevitably, if it comes up in the reading, I will talk about it as a theme, but I do not go out and set out by, to look out for love readings. So keep that in mind. So yeah, if you want to win a free reading, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button down below and let me know in the comment section that you have subscribed. That way I know for sure that you want to be included into the drawing. And I do a drawing every month. I will be doing the winner for last month's very soon, so keep your inbox, keep checking your inbox, make sure that you have notifications turned on for that. I'll be letting you know. And yeah, well, that's about it. Thanks Libras for all your support. You guys are awesome. You guys always knock it out of the park as far as numbers go, so I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And yeah, all right, well, let's go into your astrology as I shuffle the cards as usual. All right, so Libra, we just had the sun go over the south node. So if you've noticed in the last few days that things have been kind of coming up about the past and stuff, and you've been having to rehash things or trying to go over things in the past, it makes a lot of sense, especially if there's been stuff going on in the past, especially with your siblings and stuff, because this the sun and the south node are in your third house of siblings and travel and communication. So there might have been a lot of communications coming up for you regarding just things from the past, this past story that's been going on, because now we're moving into a new story as the sun transits over the north node and we get this new moon that's going to happen, this solar eclipse that's going to happen on the 14th. So let's go into see what else is going on. Lilith is now in Gemini, which is, Lilith is trying to communicate, wants to make things happen, and it's unapologetic about it. And this for you is in your ninth house. And your ninth house is about your belief systems, about religion, about teachers and all that kind of stuff. So Libras, this is time to be unapologetic about what you believe in. If you're a witch, then get out into the world and be yeah, I'm a witch. This is just who I am. Be unapologetic about it, because guess what? We're not burning witches these days. You know what? We should be burning pedophiles and those kind of people, not witches. Because yeah. Anyways, I won't get too political. But yeah, so this is kind of energy coming in, just being really unapologetic, being yourself, going deeper into yourself and finding that fire, that thing that is maybe you've been kind of pushing away for a while, and no, I don't really want to be visible or whatever, and that kind of feeling. But no, now this is the time. Be visible. Tell people how you feel. Communicate your power, because that's how you gain more power in the world, is by asserting yourself. So I want all Libras to assert themselves a little bit more. I know how hard it is for you guys. But yeah, all right, let's go into the 12th. The 12th, Venus is opposite Lilith, and the moon will be transiting Lilith at the same time. So this is a very interesting thing. This is raw emotion, just really wanting to dig, because Venus is sexual energy. It's also money. So you're looking for romance, but with opposite Lilith and the moon, it's kind of wow, I want something that's not the normal way. So you're kind of battling between this old established way of relationships and this kind of new way of relationships. And you're oh, I kind of want the new exciting thing, and you're battling yourself over it because it's an opposition. But in oppositions, you have the most space for growth, because you're actually running into something. This is a life metaphor as well. If you go and you're completely untested against any sort of barricade, yeah, life would be super easy. But then you didn't really grow a whole lot. But having oppositions in the chart, it really brings to light certain things so that you're forced to grow. And so this whole Lilith battling Venus thing, it's kind of like, okay, well, maybe through this kind of like turmoil, like this inner turmoil, you're going to actually find out what you really want. Like what is going to be exciting for you? What actually matters, right? So I think this is what Lilith transiting the moon and Venus it's really talking about here. All right, let's go to the 14th. The 14th is the day of the new moon and the solar eclipse. Now, new moons are typically solar eclipses because the sun actually, like, the moon is, when it's full, it's away from the sun. And when the sun, so like the sun can cast light on it, and that's the reflection to Earth. But then when it's a new moon, it's like literally like this is the moon and this is the sun, and it's just like whoop, and it kind of like makes the moon disappear because all the light's on the other side, right? So this is like starting a new emotional cycle, and then something new and exciting because it's an eclipse. And the eclipse energy generally takes about 6 months to fully flesh out. And for you, this is your third house. This is your emotions. Not your emotions. I mean, it's a new moon, so of course there is gonna be heightened emotions. But for you, this is in Sagittarius. I mean, it's in Sagittarius for everybody, but specifically, it's in your third house. And this rules travel. This rules like short distance travel, like around your city or like within your country, basically. It can also indicate like stuff about your siblings as well. So maybe something's happening with a sibling. It could be good, it could be bad, who knows? It's just how the energy plays out. Just be aware of it. And yeah, I feel like it's a very powerful one because it's the last eclipse before we enter into this new age. Because on the 21st, we are having the conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn as they move into Aquarius together, marking a new 200-year cycle of air. And so what happens in this cycle is Saturn and Jupiter kind of like go at different angles, and whenever they conjunct every 20 years, it's going to be in an air sign. And for you, that air sign, it's going to be Aquarius. And for you guys, for Libras, that Aquarius is actually going to be in your 5th house of creativity and pleasure. I'll go over that a little bit more in a separate video with the conjunction. But this is like really getting your story kind of straight before we go into this, and setting yourself up with this new moon as far as what you want to create in the world over the next 6 months, how you want to enter into this new story of 2021 and this new 200-year cycle of information and internet and just like this whole new thing. Like, this is a great, fantastic time for you to plant seeds and watch them grow into something amazing. Like, this is a 20-year cycle that we're entering into. So take this new moon very seriously and get clear about what you want to see in the world for yourself. All right. What else we got going on with the new moon? We got a quincunx over to Lilith. A lot of Lilith energy going on, and Lilith is talking about, being unapologetic, like I said before, and just like getting your story out there so that people know what you're about. And it's time for Libra, since you're an air sign. This is going to be the power of Libra coming into this. Like, you are an air sign. You're going to be supported by air. So communicate. All right, Libra. This is your time. Like, you got to get it out in the open. Get your feelings out. Get your passions out. If people don't know that you're passionate about socks, then your business about socks isn't going to get out. You feel me? You get it? All right. Mercury will be on the South Node too on the 14th, so there may actually be a little bit more talking about this old story, but I feel almost like it's a way to get past it, which is always good. On the 15th, we have Mercury trine Mars, which is Mercury communicating to Mars as Mars is starting to speed up what you really want to have happen, because it's in Sagittarius. So like, this is like being like, hey Mars, we have a vision. We want you to do it. We want you to get through it and just like launch yourself as you continue to go through. And like, Mars is action, okay? This is your action, and this for you is in your 7th house. This is partnerships. So maybe these things are actually starting to speed up. So communicating with partners on the 15th could be very beneficial because it is a trine, and trines are generally beneficial energies. Okay. What else we got going on? Venus enters Sagittarius at the same time. So this, I mean, it's a fiery sign, and Venus is about like love and money. So this could be very good for you in terms of, you know, communicating about money and getting all that kind of stuff figured out. We will also have a minor conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter on the at 29 degrees in Capricorn, before they enter into Aquarius in the next couple weeks here. So that's kind of just like, it's just like a little bit extra energy to be like, okay, well, we can really build whatever we want here, and then we can launch it into this new era. Last little bit, Moon is square Mars, so that's going to feel like a little bit of a tension, like emotionally towards your actions, just trying to get that aligned before we step into this new phase. And yeah, I mean, that's all I got for you as far as your astrology goes. So let's go into your tarot reading. Now that these cards are nice and shuffled, we shall see what the cards have in store for you. So Libra, oops, I'm making a mess. Oh my god, I lost you. There we go, Libra. Okay, so Libra, we're going to go with where you are / kind of like where you've been. Then we'll jump into the energies that are coming in for you. We'll jump into some general messages from Spirit. We'll simplify and clarify with the Sacred Symbols deck. And then we'll jump into a rune at the very end. All right, well, thank you so much, Libra, for sticking with me. I really, truly appreciate all of your love and support. If you love this kind of stuff, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'm already double what I wanted to be at like last month, so you guys have been knocking it out of the park, and I truly appreciate it. All right, let's see what we got coming up, or where you've been, rather. Where have my lovely Libras been? Ooh, the Chariot. Which way did you want to receive? Okay. So why do I feel like this needs to be upside down? Okay, well, I mean, that's how I drew it. I don't know. I don't know which way do you want to, let's like turn it this way and now spin it. Okay, let's pick it up this way. Oh, okay, it's upright. Sorry, a little bit of confusion there. I was unsure which way it wanted to come up because I was getting this feeling like it wanted to be upside down. Anyway, so the Chariot talks about like making your mind up. Like, this is making your mind, your spirit, and your body up to go towards one thing. So if you haven't been doing that, if you've been kind of like divided on something, you could have been felt like you were being pulled in two different directions, which is generally the upside down meaning of this card. So yeah, let's get some underlying energy for this, because that is obviously very vague. And so let's try to clarify that. Sorry about the glare. Let's clarify this a bit. Can I get a little bit of clarification on the Chariot for Libra, please? Ooh, okay. All right, so let's go with this card. Came over top. 9 of Swords in the reverse position. Okay. Okay, so it feels like, Libra, there was some sort of anxiety about it, but now that you've actually made up your mind about what you really want in the world, this 9 of Swords, which is typically a card about anxiety and like, you know, sleepless nights and all that kind of stuff, it feels like this is ended. And it may be because you actually decided to make up your mind, and that's usually what happens. Like, once you actually go on one side of the fence or the other, it's less painful, especially if it's a barbed wire fence. And the next card we got here is the Knight of Cups, which indicates like somebody came into your life, or maybe somebody already existed, but there was feelings that were actually talked about. The Knight of Cups really is like the knight in shining armor. So Libra, you could have had somebody come into your life recently. It could be known to you. It could still yet to be known. This is somebody who is definitely in your life now, though. And they're offering basically this stable sort of emotional connection. And it's a very beautiful connection. I love seeing the Knight of Cups. So let's see what the underlying energy of this Knight of Cups is. What is the underlying energy of Knight of Cups, please? What is the underlying energy of Knight of Cups, please? Underlying energy of Knight of Cups. Thank you. Oh, we got 2 cards. I'll take the one that upright first. Which way do you want to? No, you want to be up reversed. And then we got this card, Queen of Swords. Interesting. Okay. Okay, so the underlying energy is the Six of Wands. Um, it feels like whatever happened with this Knight of Cups, it felt like it didn't work out. Like, maybe this was a relationship that you had or some sort of partnership that was going on, but it didn't give you that sense of victory, because like the Six of Wands is a card about victory. Like, it's literally a person riding in on a horse. I mean, if you see here, she's like crowd surfing with a wand here, but it's in the reverse, so it kind of feels like you're not supported by other people. And this could be maybe this Knight of Cups is somebody who's kind of, you know, unconventional to what you usually do. Maybe you're not getting the support of your friends, so it doesn't feel like a victory, or maybe it feels like you've been robbed of some sort of victory here. But you got the Queen of Swords here, so I'm kind of feeling like you're gonna do whatever you want to do anyways. And the Queen of Swords is a very Libra energy, so it's nice to see you show up in your own reading, which is always good. With the Queen of Swords, like she's sure of what she wants, but she's also gentle and she's receptive. Like, as much as she I mean, the unbalanced energy of this would be like a total Ice Queen, right? Like somebody who's totally like, it's this way and having no emotion about it. But she's upright. She's balanced. So it feels like you are very on top of whatever you got going on. Even if you're masculine or feminine, you're very in control of your receptive nature, your creative energy. Yeah, I think that's what I got for you. Let's see if anything else pops up as I go through the other readings. And if this didn't resonate for you, then maybe another part of the reading will. Let's keep that in mind. This is a general reading. So let's see what you got coming up for this week or this month. What do we got coming up for Libra? Thank you so much. Ooh, 10 of Coins. Beautiful energy. This is fulfillment on the material plane. This is absolutely like the pinnacle of pentacles. Like, this is material abundance. Like, look, there's a bunch of coins in this amazing marble sort of like tower, castle wall with like a portal to nature, everything. This just feels like abundance is flowing towards you. So let's see what the underlying energy of this 10 of Coins is. Oh, very interesting. Those kind of just like flew out randomly out of the deck. So, I mean, the 3 of Swords in reverse is great. And we got the Death card, which is fantastic. So I feel like this 10 of Coins is coming to you after you accept some sort of change in your life. And the underlying energy of this Death card is healing from a past wound. Like, there is heartbreak here. Like, there is definitely heartbreak here. But with the Death card, it's like, you know what? That heartbreak needed to happen. You needed to go into the depths of your soul in order to see what you needed. And maybe that's actually allowing you to see what would actually make you feel abundant and like you have everything that you could possibly wish for. It's because maybe you found it in yourself. Like, material, like, this is material abundance, of course, but like, we don't ever get the material abundance in life and appreciate it unless we've done that inner work. So I feel like there's a huge change coming up for you. And it does center around healing. So if you do any sort of meditation work or like journey work or any sort of like mantras or whatever, I recommend doing that because it feels like there's healing that needs to happen in order for this change to take place. Especially like with the 3 of Swords here. It could have been like a past romance or a major disappointment. So I'm feeling like here it's like you have to heal that pain, that hurt, that disappointment in order to allow yourself to fully change on a deep level to get you to this 10 of Coins. But I feel like the 10 of Coins is coming to you anyways, but the change and the acceptance of the change is what's going to make it feel like actual abundance. Because like, you could receive $1,000 and not think anything of it. But if you're in the right mind space, well, then $1,000 is all of a sudden like, wow, I can do so much with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all a mental space sort of game, mental space game. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. But yeah, I kind of feel like that's good. I'll get one more card just to clarify. Thank you. And we got the Sun. How do you want to receive, in reverse or upright? In the reverse. Okay. So, yeah. Okay, with the Sun reversed, I mean, this is like the best card in the deck. Absolutely the best card in the deck. And when it's in reverse, this is a reminder. Remind yourself of what actually feels good. Remember a time when you were a kid, like when you were this kid, just playing in the sun and like playing on a swing. Remember the feeling that you had before you had trauma, before you had pain in your life, before you stopped smiling like you used to, kind of thing. Before that disappointment really set in, remember how you felt before that. And hold that in your heart and be grateful for it, because that's what's going to make it actually happen in your life. And I feel like the sun here is reversed for a reason. Like, we could just like get rid of the death and the Three of Swords and just be like, yes, happy life, happy everything's so happy. But no, man, there's change, there's heartbreak. This is life. And this could be I feel like this is something in the past that maybe you haven't kind of transmuted into reality yet, into your emotional state, and you're going to have to shine light on it. You're going to be, like, this is the thing. When I see any major arcana in the reverse position, I'm feeling like this is something that you need to do. It's not something that's going to happen to you. Like, change is going to happen to you. Like, that's facts, right? And so with the sun and being the reverse, it's like, no, you need to find that happiness, that joy, that like unrelenting passion for prosperity, if you know what I mean. Like, this is up to you to do, and only you can do it. So invoke your inner child. Work with it through this change, through this heartbreak that you had. And if you can hold your inner child's hand, like, picture it in a meditation. Just like close your eyes and imagine your inner child with you and see how it reacts. And if it reacts in a positive way, then grab your inner child's hand and just like have the best time of your life. Embrace this change. If it's hard because there's trauma, which, I mean, most of us have trauma, embrace it. Just like talk to yourself as if you're a child, because you are still a child. You're just older now. So give yourself a break and get in contact with your inner child. There is work to do, but the work that you do is going to change your life, okay? The work that you do is going to lead you to your ultimate friggin' abundance. And isn't that what you want? You want to feel abundant. You want to feel like you have all the resources that you could possibly have in order to make your dreams come true. Because your dreams aren't just going to magically come true. It's still going to take work. But what makes work a lot easier is if you have the resources to do it, rather than like trying to scratch and save everything. So definitely a huge message for you guys, Libra. Yeah, geez. All right. Well, let's get some cards from Spirit. Let's get some cards from Spirit. What does Spirit have to say to my lovely Libras? What does Spirit have to say to my lovely Libras? Please and thank you. Wow, there's too many cards. Too many cards. I want like maybe four cards for Libra, please. A few cards for Libra, please. One. Ooh, Judgment. Fantastic. Okay, so Judgment. Judgment is one of these cards which is, I feel like you're being called to do something. And it's a very, you know what I'm talking about if I just said that. Like, I have a feeling that okay? And you got to go with that gut feeling. I also feel like if you're worrying about like some sort of X coming back, this could indicate some sort of X coming back. I don't want to say that for sure, but let's get some underlying energy for it, actually. But it is definitely going to a higher calling. There is something happening for you. It's a rebirth is what the Judgment card is. It is like people rising from coffins in the symbolism of the Rider-Waite deck. This is the Fountain Tarot, by the way. This is people coming to their purpose, coming to the call of an angel. Like, you're being reborn. This is the birth. This is the phoenix sort of rising kind of situation. So yeah, the universe is definitely telling you that you got something going on. We got two cards popping out. The World, yes, there's an ending to cycles in the best way possible. And we got the Queen of Coins, somebody who knows their worth. So Libra, you know your worth. You have change on the board here. You're going into something new, and it's gonna be amazing. Look at this. If you listen to your higher calling here, like you're gonna be so like abundant and happy. Like, it's whatever happens, like even like get rid of romantic stuff. Like, just for a second, like pretend romance isn't here on the board at all. It is a little bit, but just embrace your own value. All right, embrace your value, and everything else will pan out for you. Because yeah, even if you're not supported with who you choose to love in life, like screw that. You got 2 queens on the board. That is major, powerful, like receptive feminine energy. You are in your divine feminine. What was I talking about before about your Lilith? And needing to embrace that power for yourself. Like you're going into a new major cycle in life, and I mean we all are, but you especially, it seems, with this World card and the Judgment, like you're being called to something else. So let's get a clarifier for this Queen of Coins. 8 of Swords in reverse position. Yeah, you're letting go of fears. This, if you notice in this symbolism, you have a bunch of swords here with no hilts. There's no like guard, so it doesn't really feel like they're actually real, because they're not. They're just random fears. And in the reverse position, you're letting go of them. Like they don't even matter. Okay. All right. Well, that's it for tarot. So let's go into the Sacred Symbols cards and see what comes up for you. What does Libra need to know for this week? What does Libra need to know for this week, please? What does Libra need to know for this week? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so we got safe travel, which is wonderful. I mean, we got a lot of stuff in your 3rd house right now, so just know that you are safe if you are planning to travel anywhere. That is wonderful. You can also draw that symbol on yourself or a piece of paper, keep it in your car if you're going to be doing a lot of car travel. And then the next card that I saw was lucky. So yeah, you are lucky. You do have luck on your side. With this whole situation that's coming up, like I don't know, like green energy. Like look at all this green right now. A lot of green there. Yeah, tons of green life energy. I'm just feeling very vibrant energy from you right now. Okay, and the last card we got is Talisman. So like I said with the Safe Travel card, you can actually draw a symbol. And with talismans, what talismans do is they bring things towards you. So think talisman toward and amulet away. So that's why you see people with amulets and they're like, oh, this is to keep away curses or whatever. But talismans are little symbols. You can draw it. You can draw it on a piece of paper, a piece of rock, whatever. Charge it with your energy, like your breath energy, and put that energy into the talisman and keep it with you. You can, ask archangels or your whatever deity you worship, ask them to come into the talisman to support you and just keep on breathing energy into it. It's a very powerful energy. And yeah, talismans are great. Invaluable. All right, let's go into your rune for this week. Let's see what we got going on for your rune, Libra. What energy does Libra need to embrace this week? What energy is Libra going to embrace this week? Flip this over. Ooh, movement. This is Iquaz, I believe. Let's go here, 94, Iquaz, yes. Just saw it, and this is in the upright position. So movement, progress, a horse. Iquaz is a rune of transit, transition, and movement, of physical shifts, new dwelling places, new attitude, or new life. It also signifies movement in the sense of improving or bettering any situation. There is about this rune a sense of gradual development and steady progress, with the accompanying notion of slow growth through numerous shifts and changes. This could apply to the growth of a business or to the development of an idea. A relationship also needs to undergo changes and transformations if it is to maintain growth and life. Personal moral effort and persevering steadfastness are called for when you draw Iquaz, another of the cycle runes. Let it be said in this way, as I cultivate mine own nature, all else follows. This rune symbol is the horse. From the Bronze Age artifacts, we find the sun linked to the horse. Ooh, sun. I lost my spot. Linked to the horse. The horse both symbolized the sun and was regarded as drawing it across the sky. Here, this rune is saying that you have progressed far enough to feel a measure of safety, of surety in your position. It is time to turn again and face the future reassured and prepared to share the good fortune that comes. The sharing is significant since it relates to the power of the sun and to foster life and illuminate things with its light. I mean, how much more correlation do you need? Like the Six of Wands, this is a card with a white horse on it. The sun is a card with a horse on it. Like it's not on this one, but like typically like the sun and got all this movement. You got stuff happening in your third house. Geez, this is definitely a reading for some of you Libras. All right, Libra. Well, if you enjoyed this reading, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to see more of this stuff, well, just stick around. I'll be doing this every week. If you'd like a private reading, I have those on my website, hiddenkeydesign.com. And yeah, I would love to work with you. And if you want to be entered to win the free drawing, then all you have to do is hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments that you subscribe. That way, I'll throw your name in a little literal bucket and draw it every month. Okay, well, that's it. That's all I got for you. And I wish you a happy week and a wonderful new moon / solar eclipse. And I hope you have a fantastic week. Take care, Libra.